Hello, day 2. So, those who don't know, haven't watched the previous video, I'm going to try and upload 40 videos in the next 30 days for the whole of November. So, for today's video, hopefully the lights can hold up. It's about 4:30. It says the sun should be setting now, so probably got about 15 minutes left of daylight. But for today's video, I want to tell you a bit of a funny story, but also somewhat serious story, something that affects me. So I'm back out in Stanley Woods, where I was in the previous video. It's nice and convenient on the way home. I was a bit limited for daylight, so I just thought I'd try and get something a bit of light in. I have brought the night light with me just in case, so I can film a bit if the light goes down. So on to my story. So when I was about, I'm going to say about 15, 16, I was still in school. There was a lad that I used to know, absolutely terrified of anything to do with the occult, anything spooky, believed in the devil and Ouija boards and ghosts and monsters and all them sort of things. So being cruel children that we were, we used to play tricks on him. So one thing that we did used to do with him was we used to do a lot of Ouija boards. So to make him believe that it was real and believe that, you know, it affected us as well, to sort of fit into that, I agreed to do one with him one day. Now, I knew the Ouija board was doing was fixed. I knew that we had a magnet under the table to make things move, and that we tried to make it look a bit more spooky. I also made some potentially unwise decisions during that. Like I said, I'm not overly superstitious, but things happen and strange things happen in this world, and you never know. And for the past year, I've been living in fear of my own life due to this. So when I was 15, 16 and I did this Ouija board, I thought it would be a good idea to essentially sell my soul to the devil. So part of what we did with it was, I don't know anybody who's ever done anything like that, but we were talking to pretend demons, essentially. We'd made them up, we were pretending that they were there, but the person was with didn't know that. So while this demon was there that was pretending, we made it call me out. So it said my name. I asked if it was me they wanted to speak to. We moved the thing over to the word yes. I then asked it what it wanted. So it said me. It wanted me. So I agreed to make a deal with it. I wanted a good life. I wanted to enjoy everything I wanted to enjoy with no ramifications and no fallbacks. I wanted to do everything I wanted to do. And in exchange for this, the devil could have my soul when I'm turned 40. And I'd done this on the understanding that I did a lot of stupid things when I was younger. Drunk too much, took a lot of things that I shouldn't have took. And at the time, it was a wise decision. I wasn't going to live till I was 40, so it didn't matter. Well, it's now the 1st of November, when my birthday's on the 6th, my 40th birthday. And my health hasn't been great this year. And how much of that's paranoia, I don't know, because I sold my soul to the devil. And as much as I don't believe in superstition and stuff, who am I to say that it's not true? Who am I to say that it's not real and it doesn't exist? Now, I honestly don't know what's going to happen over the next 5 days. And I've set myself this target. Like I've said, I want these videos out over November. If I only make 5, you'll know why. But, you know, if there's one thing it has done despite my health, is it spurred me on, and I've been doing more this year, because this could be my last year on earth. Now, back to the story. So, yeah, so sells my soul to the devil. So I goes about living my life. At the time, it wasn't the best of years that I'd ever had in my life. It was a bit turbulent. There was a lot going on. I'd had a fairly long-term girlfriend in school. Me and her was not in the best of places, and we broke up just before that. There was a lot going on. Final year of school, stressful. There's a lot going on for everybody, but a lot of things started to fall into place for me. So Sorry, there's a fly attacking me. Might be malaria. So I goes on, and I'm enjoying my life. Ends up with another girlfriend who's way better than the last one. Ends up getting my dream job. Don't work in that anymore, but it was my dream job at the time. I'm earning fairly well, got a pretty good life. I go out whenever I wanted. And since then, it's been a succession of, as much as, if I speak to my dad, he'll tell you that us Neefs, if we have any luck, it's no luck. But when I look back and I look at the things I've done and my experiences and how I've lived my life, despite my mental health, despite my physical health, it's been pretty good. You know, there's nothing really left for me to do in this world. That anything I want to do, I've done. There's places I want to see and I want to expand on the things I've done, but I'm lucky enough to have been able to complete my own bucket list about 5 times over. And that, to a degree, scares me because, you know, I sold my soul to the devil. So, and everything that I agreed in that has happened. So, what is going to happen? What do you think? You know, do you believe in the occult? Do you believe in devils? Do you think my decision to do that was stupid? Because I don't agree with it, and I don't believe in these things, but I think it was, and I think I was cruel to do what I was doing at the time, and to a degree, if the devil does take my soul, I kind of deserve it. It's one of them, it's a funny story, and I know my wife has found it hilarious this past year because every little thing that happens, that's going to bump me off. I have asthma, and due to the time of year, I struggle every year at this time of year. I get a lot of chest pains. Obviously my breathing changes, the weather's changing, it's got a lot damper. I struggle to breathe in this, and due to that, I'm having chest pains at the moment, not at this particular second, but I have been over the past few weeks, and I know the pains I'm getting. I know it's not a heart attack because I've previously had a heart attack, and it doesn't change things. I'm still really paranoid. I still fully believe that I'm not going to see the year out or even the next 5 days, and it's an unusual feeling for somebody who doesn't believe in all that stuff. You know, for me, I'm very fact-based. I believe in what I can prove and what I can see. I don't like to rule anything out because, once again, the facts don't suggest that that's not true either. But I find it very difficult to believe that something could happen that I've never seen before, or that nobody's ever seen before. And I find that things like ghosts and monsters, people who see them seem to see them everywhere, and those who don't see them never see them. Now, doesn't mean that they're not real. It just might be that if you don't believe it, then you don't see it. You can explain it away. But it also might mean that if you do believe it, your mind's able to play tricks on you and make it appear. I don't know, and nobody does. So it's a case of you believe what you want to believe. But I just think it's a bit of a funny story. It's going to make the next 5 days ridiculously exciting and ridiculously scary for me, but I've got quite a bit planned over that time. We're going to see what happens and we'll go from there. You know, hopefully he'll still be with us come the 6th. And hopefully I've not just misjudged it and said I won't live past 40, never mind 240. But at least that would give me another year. But that being said and done, I can't change that. It's a decision I made. I didn't think I'd get this far, so, you know, if there's any takeaway from this, if I don't last the 5 days, don't mourn me. I don't want anybody to be sort of worried about anything. I've lived my life. I won't be putting that in. I've enjoyed every second of it, and there's not much in this world that I change. Even the bad things that have happened, they happen so good things can. So, you know, it's one of them things. So that being said, I think that's me for the day. But I'm hoping you find this story entertaining. I'm hoping it inspires you. And you know, if you've got anything similar, let me know. You know, drop me a comment, drop me a line on it, Instagram or whatever. It's always nice to hear other people's stories. And you know, don't go selling your soul, it's a stupid idea.